morning, everyone. It's Thursday, January 29th, 2026. And wow, do we have a weather situation to talk about today? Right now, Canada is dealing with three major weather events all happening at the exact same time. We're looking at record-breaking rainfall in British Columbia, historic lake-effect snow in Ontario, and dangerous wind chills across the prairies. According to Environment Canada, this is one of the most significant multi-threat weather events we've seen this winter season. So let's get right into it and break down what's happening across the country. We're going to start in the west and work our way east, covering every major region and what you need to know. All right, let's begin with British Columbia, where rainfall warnings are in effect right now for the south coast. Environment Canada issued warnings Wednesday evening for West Vancouver Island, and we're talking about serious rainfall amounts here. Folks, for areas like Tofino, Ucluelet, and Bamfield, you're looking at 100 millimeters of rain falling through this evening. That's over 7 millimeters per hour at its peak, which is incredibly heavy and could trigger landslides. If you're traveling on Highway 4 today, expect reduced visibility, water pooling on roads, and very difficult driving conditions. Now for Metro Vancouver, including the North Shore, Vancouver proper, Burnaby, Coquitlam, and Maple Ridge, it's a 3-day event. You're going to see total rainfall amounts between 80 and 120 millimeters from now through Friday afternoon. The first wave hits tonight with 40 to 60 millimeters, easing Thursday morning around 10 a.m. But then round 2 begins Thursday evening with another 40 to 60 millimeters before finally tapering Friday afternoon. Current conditions in Vancouver show temperatures around 10 degrees Celsius, with southeast winds gusting up to 50 kilometers per hour. Water is already pooling in low-lying areas, so if you're commuting, please allow extra time for travel today. Inland Vancouver Island near Port Alberni is expecting 50 millimeters tonight, so similar concerns there as well. The good news is by Saturday, we're looking at showers ending and conditions improving across the entire BC coast. Now let's move into Alberta, and here's where we find the calmest weather in the entire country right now. Calgary is sitting pretty with sunny skies, temperatures reaching 7 degrees Celsius today, dropping to -1 tonight. Friday looks beautiful at 9 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud, and Saturday continues the sunny trend at 9 degrees. If you're in Calgary or Edmonton right now, you've got the best weather conditions anywhere in Canada this week. Dry roads, clear skies, and relatively mild temperatures compared to what's happening east and west of you. All right, now we move into the prairies, and folks, this is where things get seriously dangerous with the extreme cold. Environment Canada has extreme cold warnings in effect for Saskatchewan and Manitoba, with wind chill values that are life-threatening. In northern Saskatchewan near Cree Lake, we're looking at wind chills approaching -45 degrees Celsius tonight. That's the kind of cold where frostbite can develop on exposed skin within just a few minutes. The good news here is temperatures are going to warm considerably by Thursday afternoon, bringing an end to this particular cold event. In Winnipeg, current conditions show -19 degrees Celsius, but with the wind, it feels like -32. There's a 30% chance of flurries today with northwest winds at 20 kilometers per hour. Tonight drops to -25 with clearing skies, and Friday stays at -19 but with beautiful sunshine. By Saturday, we finally see improvement with temperatures climbing to -9 degrees, which will feel absolutely balmy compared to today. If you're in Manitoba or Saskatchewan right now, please limit your time outdoors and dress in multiple layers if you must go out. Cover all exposed skin because, once again, frostbite can happen in minutes at these temperatures. Now, let's head into Ontario, and my goodness, this is where we have the most dramatic weather story today. Snow squall warnings are in effect for the entire southern Ontario snowbelt, and we're talking about potentially historic snowfall amounts. Southern Bruce County near Underwood has the highest warning in the entire country right now, with 30 to 50 centimeters expected. These snow squalls became stationary overnight, meaning they're just sitting there dumping snow in the same locations. Visibility is near zero at times. Roads are becoming impassable, and Environment Canada says road closures are possible. If you're in Bruce County, Grey County, or Huron County right now, please do not travel unless it's absolutely necessary. Grey County between Owen Sound and Collingwood is looking at 15 to 30 centimeters, possibly exceeding 30 inches. The most persistent bands, Huron County, including areas around Blythe and Clinton, could see anywhere from 15 to 50 centimeters depending on exactly where those bands set up. This is classic lake effect snow coming off Lake Huron and Georgian Bay, and it's going to continue through Thursday evening. West of Barrie in the Minesing area, you're looking at 10 to 15 centimeters from the Georgian Bay snow squalls. Now for the Greater Toronto area, we're not in a snow squall warning, but we do have some weather to talk about. Current temperature is minus 12 degrees Celsius, but it feels like minus 23 during the day. There's a 40% chance of flurries this evening with local blowing snow possible early tonight. Tonight we drop to minus 22 degrees, but here's the kicker. Wind chill values will reach minus 32 overnight. That meets extreme cold warning criteria, and Environment Canada has issued a special weather statement for the risk of frostbite. Friday improves to minus 10 with sunny skies, and Saturday climbs to minus 9 with a mix of sun and cloud. If you're traveling on the 401 through the snow squall regions today, I'm telling you right now, reconsider that trip if possible. Conditions are extremely hazardous with whiteout conditions reported in multiple areas this morning. All right, let's move into Quebec, where we're dealing with both extreme cold and an interesting air quality situation. Montreal is sitting at minus 12 degrees today with sunny conditions as periods of light snow are ending this evening. Tonight drops to minus 17 with cloudy periods and a 30% chance of flurries continuing. Friday and Saturday stay between minus 10 and minus 12 with a mix of sun and cloud, so fairly stable conditions. Northern Quebec near Waswanipi has an extreme cold warning with wind chill values approaching minus 38 degrees overnight. Now, here's something unique. Environment Canada has issued an air quality warning for the Quebec City region. High concentrations of pollutants are creating poor air quality, especially in urban areas, and the main culprit is wood heating. In winter, wood heating generates more fine particles than industrial activities and transportation combined in Quebec. If you're in the Stoneham area or Quebec City proper, check your municipality's website for rules on wood-burning appliances today. Finally, let's wrap up with Atlantic Canada, where Halifax is dealing with a continuation of active weather. Current temperature is minus 6 degrees with a mix of sun and cloud, but flurries are developing tonight as we drop to minus 10. Friday brings more snow with a 60% chance of flurries and temperatures climbing slightly to minus 4 degrees. You could see 5 to 10 centimeters accumulating Friday, so it's an ongoing snow event for the Maritimes. Saturday stays cloudy at minus 5, and Sunday brings another 60% chance of flurries at minus 4 degrees. The pattern stays active through the weekend with multiple disturbances tracking through New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. All right, now let's talk about the extended forecast and what we're looking at as we head into the weekend in early February. The big story is that conditions are going to improve significantly across most of Canada by Saturday and Sunday. In British Columbia, once Friday's rain tapers off, Saturday looks much better with showers ending and temperatures around 10 degrees. Sunday and Monday bring a return to typical West Coast winter weather with a mix of sun and cloud and 60 to 70% chance of showers. Alberta continues its streak of beautiful weather with sunny skies Saturday at 9 degrees and similar conditions through the weekend. For the prairies, that extreme cold finally breaks with Winnipeg climbing to minus 9 on Saturday, which is a 10-degree improvement. Sunday drops back to minus 10 with cloudy skies, and Monday sits at minus 15 with sunshine returning. In Ontario, the snow squall regions will see conditions improve dramatically by Friday evening as the lake effect shuts off. Saturday brings sunshine and minus 9 degrees to Toronto. Sunday warms to minus 4 with sunny skies, absolutely beautiful. Monday continues the warming trend at minus 3 with a mix of sun and cloud and just a 30% chance of flurries. The big cleanup begins this weekend in the snowbelt regions. And folks, if you're clearing 30 to 50 centimeters of snow, please take breaks. Quebec follows a similar pattern with Montreal, reaching minus 10 on Saturday, minus 8 on Sunday, and minus 5 by Monday. Air quality should improve as temperatures moderate and heating demands decrease slightly across the Quebec City region. Atlantic Canada stays active through the weekend with continued chances of snow, but nothing as intense as what Ontario is dealing with today. Now let's talk confidence levels and what we're most certain about in this forecast going forward. Environment Canada has high confidence in the British Columbia rainfall totals of 80 to 120 millimeters through Friday. There's also high confidence in the Ontario snow amounts, particularly that 30 to 50 centimeter range for southern Bruce County. The extreme cold warnings have high confidence as well, with that improvement arriving Thursday afternoon for Saskatchewan and Manitoba. For the weekend, improvement across most regions. We're looking at moderate to high confidence that conditions will be much better by Saturday. Now, I want to put this into some climatological context for you guys because these are significant weather events we're talking about. January is typically the coldest month for the prairies and eastern Canada, so extreme cold is not unusual this time of year. Lake effect snow events are also common for Ontario snowbelts, but this particular event ranks in the top 10% for intensity. The Pacific moisture streams bringing rain to BC are typical for winter, but 100 millimeters in 24 hours is definitely on the extreme end. What makes today unique is having all three of these major weather events happening simultaneously across the country. All right, let's recap the key safety messages because this is the most important part of today's forecast. If you're in British Columbia's rainfall warning areas, avoid travel tonight and tomorrow if possible, especially on Highway 4. Watch for landslides in mountainous areas, drive slowly with headlights on, and maintain extra distance between vehicles. For those in Ontario's snow squall warning areas, do not travel unless it's an emergency. These are life-threatening conditions. If you absolutely must drive, prepare an emergency kit with blankets, water, food, and a fully charged phone. In extreme cold regions across Manitoba, Saskatchewan, Ontario, and Quebec, dress in multiple layers and cover all exposed skin. Limit your time outdoors, check on elderly neighbors and young children, and bring your pets inside. Frostbite can develop within minutes at these wind chill values, so this is not a situation to take lightly. Watch for symptoms like shortness of breath, chest pain, numbness, or color changes in your fingers and toes. Those most at risk include young children, older adults, people with chronic illnesses, and anyone working outdoors. All right, everyone, this is definitely a developing situation, especially for those snow squall regions in Ontario. I'll be monitoring conditions throughout the day, and we'll have another update for you tomorrow with the latest information. If you found this forecast helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily weather updates. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any important weather alerts, especially if you're in one of these affected regions. I'll see you in the next one, and everyone, please stay safe out there, especially over the next 24 to 36 hours. Take care, Canada.